How to stay fit with a busy schedule. Maybe you clicked on this video because you're a guy with an impossible schedule. Maybe you're working a corporate job. Maybe you're working for a super fast-paced startup, or maybe you've got your own company and you're wearing tons of different hats. You're managing employees, doing a bunch of different things, and really just trying to keep your head above water. You want to know how you can stay fit with so much going on, or if you're not fit, how you can actually get fit with such a busy schedule. What's going on, guys? My name is Cooper Page. I am an online men's health and fitness coach. And if you're new here, welcome. On this channel, I talk about everything fitness, nutrition, longevity, and biohacking. So the first point that I want to make is that if you are not in shape already, you have to change your priorities, right? You have to make fitness a priority, at least in some capacity. I'm not saying that it has to be number one priority above everything, but it has to change, right? Because if you're not fit right now, that means fitness is not a priority, or it's not high enough of a priority, and we have to change that. If you've made fitness a priority, you've gotten into pretty good shape, you've reached your goal, maybe you're feeling pretty good. The thing is you have to keep fitness as a priority. Again, it doesn't have to be number one, but it has to stay a priority, right? The issue that a lot of people have is when they actually reach their goal, they're feeling good, they're feeling confident, they lost the weight, they did the thing, etc. And then they kind of just go back to their old ways before they started taking fitness seriously. And then, of course, the crazy meals start coming in, the binge eating, the skipping the workouts, going on vacation and just going crazy with all that. Like, all these things come back. And this is why you're up and down with your weight. This is why you're yo-yoing. And this is why you get to your goal and then it all comes back. I mean, this is the reality, the sad reality for so many people. They let their foot off the gas and they keep taking one step forward, two steps back. You can't do that. You got to make sure that you understand that this is a lifestyle. It's long-term habits that need to stick around. Maybe you don't have to go as hard as you were during the initial fat loss phase or to get to your goal, but you still have to keep a lot of those same habits and mentality to keep it off. Next point, this seems super obvious, but many of you are still not doing this, which is stop cooking your own food during the day. This is a huge waste of time, and instead, if you want to cook food, if you need to cook food based on budget constraints, you need to cook your food in batches once or twice per week. Sunday nights are great for this. If you want to do it twice a week, Sundays and Wednesdays are a great way. Another thing you can do is purchase meal prep. Okay, this is food that has been prepared by someone else. It's calorie friendly, it's macro friendly. There's massive companies that will ship all around the country frozen meals where you can use those, or you can go with a local company. So this would be like I've used Nutrition Shops. Sometimes there's companies that all they do is cook healthy meals, and you can go and pick them up. They have a bunch of ready-to-eat meals that are stored in their fridges, or they'll actually deliver them straight to your doorstep. And you got to stop eating at regular restaurants and doing takeout, because you got to understand that restaurants are not optimizing for your health and longevity. They're optimizing for flavor, which a lot of times adds extra calories or unnecessary unhealthy ingredients in their food so that you keep coming back for more. Once you get more experienced, once you get more savvy with portion control, macros, calories, and really understanding nutrition at a deeper level, then you can start ordering at restaurants and doing takeout and, having a better eye for what meals you should really order. But before that, I really wouldn't do it, because you're just not going to be knowledgeable enough to be able to do it successfully. Let me do you a solid and give you my healthy, macro-friendly Chipotle order that I give to all my clients inside my one-on-one coaching program, okay? The order is you're going to want to go with a burrito bowl, get a double order of chicken, get white rice. You can ask for a light serving of white rice if you are cutting or on a stricter calorie diet at the time. You're going to do no beans, no rice, and more veggies the better. So me personally, I like mild salsa, lettuce, and I'll go for a light serving of the fajita veggies. This should be a total of 515 calories if you're going with the light serving of rice, and about 620 calories if you're going with the full serving. And if you're a busy, high-performing man and you want more healthy meal recommendations like this, and you want a custom-tailored program that fits your lifestyle so you can actually get lean, keep the weight off, and hold it sustainably for the rest of your life, then see the link in the description and let's chat. Another point that I want to make is a principle that I actually came up with, and I call it the something has to give principle. And this is what you're going to apply to nutrition, but you can actually apply this to all other areas of your life as well. But you just have to realize that when it comes to money, convenience, flavor, all this stuff, like, something has to give. I know that all the time, what we want is like variety all the time so it never gets boring. We want it to taste amazing. We want it to be super fast and we don't have to cook or do dishes, and we want it to be super cost effective. And it's just like, yeah, that's not realistic. That's not the way the world works. Like, something has to give. If you want it to be super quick, super fast, it tastes really good, it's macro friendly, well, then it's not going to be cheap. You're going to have to pay a premium for those meals that you don't have to cook yourself that are still healthy and taste good. If you want it to be really inexpensive, but you also want it to be macro friendly, well, then it's not probably going to be quick, because you're going to need to go and buy those foods at the grocery store, or you can go to Costco, buy them in bulk so that you can save money. So unfortunately, most of the time, we're going to have to sacrifice one of these things, either time, money, convenience, flavor. So just keep that in mind. You're not going to be able to hit everything on every single point. But for the most part, it's pretty simple to decide what to do. If you have more time than money, then spend the extra time and save the money by cooking your own food in batches. If you have more money than you have time, then spend the extra money to buy pre-made meals that are macro friendly so you don't have to use the time. And the next point, when it comes to working out and exercising, get the I don't have time to work out or I don't have time to get out of the gym out of your head. It's complete BS. Nobody has time for anything. The reality is that we make time for what is important to us. If it's a priority, you will make time for it, period, end of story. Jeff Bezos is jacked, the founder of Amazon, probably one of the busiest guys in the world. Do you think that you are busier than him? I doubt it. Next point to make, if you are making this a priority, is to figure out your gym timing. For most people, the best way to stay the most consistent is to do it first thing in the morning. Yes, you will have to wake up earlier. Yes, it might suck, but it sucks a lot less than you never going to the gym, always making excuses, not being consistent. Or you can pick the slowest part of your day, like maybe you have a slow part of your day when you don't have a lot of calls, when you don't have a lot of meetings, when you can actually squeeze it in. Or for a lot of people, go right when you get off work. It has to be done. If you consistently fail to go to the gym all the time and you're always making excuses, then go first thing in the morning. It's the easiest way to just get it out of the way and make sure you stay on it. If you hate working out in the morning and you have great discipline like I do, then choose another time throughout the day. I personally like to work out in the late afternoons, but I don't have a problem getting to the gym and I have amazing discipline, so I'm not worried about me missing my workouts. Try some things out, make it work for your schedule, and the important thing is that you plan it out. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. On Sunday nights, plan out your workouts, pencil them into your calendar. Now, the next point that I want to talk about is what I would call gym time partitioning. This is the amount of time that you spend doing cardio versus the amount of time that you spend working out, and it's going to depend completely on your goal. Some of you will have the goal to just build muscle. Others of you will have the goal just to lose fat. And a lot of you in the middle will probably have the goal that you ideally want to burn fat and build muscle simultaneously. If you're in a hurry and you have limited time because you're busy, but your goal is to lose fat, then just focus on cardio. I can't tell you how many times I've been in the gym and I'm in the weight section and I see guys or girls who are totally obese. They're completely overweight. They're really fat and they're spending all their time lifting weights. And I'm just looking at them like, bro, what are you doing? Get on the treadmill. Like, you are 100 pounds overweight. I get it. You're with your bros and you want to do some bro splits and you want to lift some weights. But if you're in a hurry, you ain't got time for all that. You need to focus on what's important for your main primary fitness goal. And if your goal is to build muscle, don't do any cardio. You want to lower your calorie expenditure and you want to just focus all your time on breaking down your muscles, getting really good, high quality hypertrophy style workouts in, and building that muscle and strength. And if your goal is to do both of those at the same time, I would focus mainly on weights. You can do a little bit of cardio, but you're probably going to want to focus more on just being active, getting a good amount of steps in every single day, like somewhere around 5,000 to 8,000 steps for you is probably going to be really good. And then obviously hitting your calories and macros. That should suffice. You'll be able to recomp or recomposition your body sufficiently by doing that. Another thing you can do is superset your workouts. So one of the things, if you're new to supersetting, that you can do is instead of you going and hitting one exercise, resting in between each of your sets, and then moving on to the next exercise, you're basically going to do your first set of exercise 1, and then immediately you're going to go do your first set on exercise 2, and then you're going to have a rest period. And then you're going to start with set 2 of your first exercise, and then immediately go to set 2 of exercise number 2, and then rest. So you're basically blending in 2 exercises in the time it normally takes to do one. If you're somebody that's really crunched on time and it makes a huge difference in your schedule that you can work out for 45 minutes versus an hour and a half, supersetting might be a good idea. The other thing you need to focus on if you really want to do those 45-minute workouts is, again, really focus on what is your main fitness goal and spend the majority of your time doing those actions, whether it's cardio, whether it's weight training, whether it's flexibility, that align with your primary goal. And I know many of you are probably saying right now, but Cooper, I just want to get completely shredded and have a sliced six-pack while also building 10 pounds of lean muscle. And I get it. That's what we all want. But unfortunately, that's not how the law of thermodynamics works. It's more efficient to just do one at a time. So if you have a primary goal, focus on that one. Another hack that I've used is to take active rest periods. So this is where essentially instead of resting between sets on your exercises and just sitting on a bench, standing there, scrolling on your phone, choosing a new song, you actually do something active. So for me, a lot of times I'll walk around. If I have a larger gym, I'll pace around. Maybe I'll walk big circles and then I'll come back to my bench that I'm working on after my rest period. That way I'm getting extra steps in and I'm burning extra calories in between sets. If you have a smaller gym or it's really crowded, you can kind of just sidestep back and forth, but do something to keep moving, keep the heart rate up a little bit and get some extra movement and steps in. This is only though something that you want to do if your primary goal is weight loss or fat loss and you need to do cardio in order to achieve that. And the reason why I say that, instead of just giving a blanket recommendation that everybody who wants to lose weight should do more cardio and get more movement in, is because a lot of you out there who want to lose body fat actually have a damaged metabolism. And in this case, it's actually not going to be advantageous for you to do more cardio and eat less like a lot of people should. You first need to fix your metabolism. And that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. If you want me to make a whole video on fixing your metabolism, drop a comment below. Another thing you can do, again, if doing more cardio is what you need in order to lose fat and have a better physique, you can actually purchase a standing desk. And then beneath that, you can have a standing treadmill for bonus points, extra credit. Okay, I have several friends who have done this before because they take a lot of calls, they take a lot of Zoom meetings, things like that during the day, and they don't have time or they can't make time to go out, go on walks, do extra cardio. So they literally just do cardio on a walking treadmill that sits underneath their desk. And now I know a lot of you are probably thinking to yourself, what, dude, Cooper, like I got to buy a whole new desk. I got to get a standing treadmill. And it's like, yeah, dude, again, sometimes you do. Something has to give. If you are incredibly busy and you're working all the time, then you probably have the money to invest into a new desk and a walking treadmill setup if you can't make the time. And if you're saying, well, I'm super busy and I'm not making money and I don't have anything extra, well, then you might be in the wrong job or you might be in the wrong vehicle. And again, that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. Next tip that you can do is have high quality snacks that are already prepared, ready to go, or just snacks that don't require any preparation, right? Like whole fruits are good, protein powder, protein bars, canned chicken, tuna, things like that. You can also do beef jerky for protein. You can do deli sliced meat, anything that doesn't require cooking or preparing. Just to double down on this, guys, planning is huge. As I said, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. One of the best things you can do is to spend a few hours on Sunday planning out your week, planning out your workouts, planning out your meals, planning out when you're going to have snacks or go to the grocery store or do these sorts of things. Like if you put them into your schedule, if you take a little bit of time on Sunday, which is probably a day where you have a little bit more downtime anyways, then you're going to be way more successful throughout the week when you're busy, go, and you have a million things going on. You'll also want to make training as convenient as possible. So if that means going to the gym, which I'm a huge supporter of actually going to a facility, going to a gym instead of working out at home, choose a gym that is as close to your home as possible. You want to make it as convenient as possible and reduce any of the friction or excuses that could come into your head of it's far away, it takes too long to drive there, I'll sit in traffic, etc. That might mean that you're working out at a Planet Fitness or a gym that's not that great. But a gym that's not that great is better than not going at all. If you refuse to go to the gym or you really cannot go to the gym because the closest one is 2 hours away or whatever the case is for you, well then have some gym equipment at home. Invest in a few different things that can make you getting high quality, fast workouts more attainable. And what you can do as well is maybe it's good to have those things at home regardless, because if you're someone that's busy, maybe sometimes you can get to the gym, other times you can't get to the gym. And so it'll be good to have those options and to also list out different variances for your workouts or slightly altered versions of your workouts that can be done whether you're at a gym with a ton of equipment or can be done at home with the limited equipment that you have. I'd much rather have you do a slightly less effective modified home workout than just not going at all. Another thing I don't see a lot of people doing who are super busy is working out on the weekends. Most of the time when people say they're super busy, it's because they're working during the days and during the weeks, and they think that that's the only time that they can go to the gym. But in reality, most people are not working on the weekends, and if they're entrepreneurs or if they're super, super busy, you're probably not working as many hours on the weekends or as hard. So take that extra time that you have to actually get amazing high quality workouts in. And if you actually start your training week on Sunday, it can help you get into the rhythm. It can help you get into the mode of building that momentum, focusing on your fitness, and getting a great start to the weekend. I personally love working out on Sundays. It gives me a great start to my week, and it also puts me in that mindset so that later in the day on Sunday, when I'm going to the grocery store, I'm meal prepping, I'm planning out my week, I'm already in that mindset and I'm already planning for a successful week with a busy schedule. Those are all my ways to stay fit or get fit if you're on a busy schedule. So I know I just rambled a bunch of things there and basically just dumped a bunch of things on you, but go back and watch this video again. Like, there is so much gold in here. I gave pretty much everything that I could possibly think of right now as far as how to do that. And the fact of the matter is, if you're taking all the information in this video and you're not applying it, and you're still making excuses, and you're not planning, and you're not doing it, then you just don't want it bad enough. So make it a priority, make the plans, take the advice, make it happen. And if you need help, again, you can see the link in the description. We can chat about it and we can work together. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. That's all I have for today. Peace out.